It's all about buying, Ben. No one talks about selling, how to reach your goals. And when you reach your goals, what do? It's always buy my token, buy this thing, make money, make money. We expect it to go up forever. And then it goes up, you don't know how to sell, you panic, you either do the wrong thing or you miss out on tons of money.
This is the secret sauce that no one wants to talk about. Welcome back to another episode of the Ben Bergs podcast. I am Ben, your favourite high school dropout and CEO of Collective Shift. Alongside me is Bergs, your favourite MBA and COO of Collective Shift, Australia's leading crypto portfolio insights company providing professional analysis and portfolio strategies for crypto investors like you. We're a unique blend of the established and the self-made, and we're here to break down crypto, business and personal growth. But we don't just talk shit. We give you the insights that you need to make better investments, build successful businesses, and level up your life. And today we're talking how to create a sell strategy in crypto, because 90% of people come into the crypto bull markets without a sell strategy. They buy all these alts. They have 47 different altcoins. 39 of them, they've got no idea what to do, no idea what they do. They roll into a bull market. They think they're going to make $1 million. They're up to 600K in their portfolio, and they hope it's going to go a little bit higher. And what ends up happening is the bull market's already over. Their portfolio drops. They end up lower than they were before, and now they've got to wait another 4 years before they can make that money again. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to share with you how to create a sell strategy so you can win in the upcoming bull market. How are you, Bergs?
I'm really well, mate. And honestly, isn't it wild? If you Google anything for crypto or go on YouTube or go on Instagram, wherever you go, Twitter, it's all about buying, Ben. No one talks about selling, how to reach your goals. And when you reach your goals, what do? It's always buy my token, buy this thing, make money, make money. We expect it to go up forever. And then it goes up, you don't know how to sell, you panic, you either do the wrong thing or you miss out on tons of money.
This is the secret sauce that no one wants to talk about. So we're going to give you the secret sauce, ladies and gentlemen. As Ben Bergs follows, you're getting the 7 secrets. What is it? 11 secret
herbs and spices. And this is the thing. This is the hard thing to talk about. It's difficult to speak about. People don't want to talk about it. And it's not sexy. Who wants to sell? Who wants to be like, oh, I've got an asset that went up, I'm going to take some profits. That's boring. People don't want to do it. They want to talk about how rich they are and how many millions they have on paper.
Great. No one wants to sell. And then when it comes to selling, you still don't want to sell, right? So like it's very difficult. So there's 7 core components of a sell strategy that's going to help you maximize your profits and manage your risk, right? Seven is the 7 steps to creating a sell strategy. Number 1 is you need to understand your goals. What are your crypto goals? What are you in crypto for? Are you trying to make money by next week? Is this a diversification against other assets? Are you trying to set yourself up for retirement? Are you trying to pay off your boat? Are you trying to buy a new house? What are your goals? And write that down. Get a new Google Doc out or Word doc or whatever the hell you use, Notepad, and write down your goal. My goal at the last bull market was to have approximately $500,000 to $1 million in fiat that I could take to build Collective Shift. That was my goal. So I wanted to, if I got more than that, amazing, doesn't matter. I just wanted to get to that point, and I wanted to still have some crypto left over. So that was like my fiat goal. Then you want to understand your risk appetite, right? What is your risk appetite? Now, between Bergs and I, Bergs got a family, Bergs got a home, he's got a mortgage. I own a suitcase, I live abroad, and I'm young, and I don't have any debt, right? So my risk tolerance is probably a little bit higher than Bergs's. That's a personal question. I can't tell you what your risk tolerance is. You need to know your risk tolerance, right? Because your risk tolerance will help you understand what sort of portfolio allocation you're going to have, right? Would you agree with that, Bergs?
100%. And it can be like, oh, I've got the money and I want to invest it, but I'm very risk sensitive and I won't sleep well at night. Like that could be something for you. So yes, you've got your money in the market, but if you're always thinking, oh, what's happening with that money? It may be a lot to you, it may be a little to you. But if you've got a really low risk tolerance, you're not sleeping, you're always thinking about it. Is it really worth that investment when it affects you every day of your life? And it's talking about, what are you comfortable with? Am I comfortable with this amount? What if this goes to zero? What if this skyrockets? How am I going to feel about all of those things?
And it's important you know your risk tolerance, because if your risk tolerance is low and you're trying to trade and you're doing a trading course and you're trying to make money in a bear market, you're doing the wrong thing, right? It doesn't align with your risk tolerance, right? So when people say, I want to get into trading, it's like, great, what's your risk tolerance? It must be high. Well, no, like I can't afford to lose money. Well, why are you trading? You know, like you need to understand your risk tolerance and your goals. Otherwise, it's like you're trying to, I don't know, build a business. What product are you building? Well, I don't know. I just want to, it doesn't make any sense. You need to have that.
Yeah, and I learned there's a difference between a risk appetite and risk tolerance. So my appetite for risk is huge. When it comes to actually tolerating risk, don't like it at all. When the thing actually happens. So although I've got these great ideas, I'm going to be a trader, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that, when I actually do it and I have to tolerate those risks and live through them, no, these things are not for me.
Number 3 is your timeline. What is the timeline you're working on? Are you 60, coming on retirement within 5 years? Are you 30, but you want to move away? So you want to want to make money within the next 2 years? Are you about to buy a home and you're having a kid in the next couple of years and you need to put a down payment on your home? Like, what is your timeline? Because your timeline will also help you understand at what point you need to sell, right? If your timeline's 2 years compared to 15, it's going to be different. So that timeline maps back into your goals. So if your goal is to buy a house, when do you want to buy the house? Or your goal is to retire, when do you want to retire, right? That starts to, and then you have your risk. And you can see how this is all starting to, piece together how we create this sell strategy by outlining all of that.
Exactly. And strategy is just the other side of risk. And you need to think to yourself, what is the trigger? Like, what am I getting towards? Do I need a deposit for a house? When do I need it? And if that's my goal and I want to achieve it in crypto, that'll determine how you invest.
Amazing. Number 4 is the asset selection. So this comes back to your risk tolerance. What assets do you have, right? If you're looking to diversify and you're trying to diversify against your property investments, well, having 100% altcoins probably isn't the best option. If you're trying to diversify against your business or your property investments, maybe having something more tailored towards Bitcoin and ETH might be more suffice. But maybe your risk tolerance is high, your timeline's short, and your goal is to make money quickly. Well, maybe altcoins is better for you, right? So understanding, again, will help you understand the asset selection and which sector you want to go in as well.
Absolutely. And it's risk reward, right? The further you go out on the risk curve, you're doing that because you think the rewards will be faster and higher.
Yeah, bang on. Now, this is the sell strategy. So this is where you want to literally mark out the prices and market caps that you're going to sell your token at. Now, this can be on a napkin, this can be on a spreadsheet. It doesn't need to be fancy. But what I like to do is you want to look at a token and you want to look at the market cap. People look at the token price, Bergs, but the token price misrepresents the asset value because a lot of the altcoins have increasing supply. So when you have increasing supply of tokens and something's 2 cents and you want to get to 10 cents, well, it's not just as easy as just doing a 5x. Because if it's increasing its supply of tokens, you're actually increasing the market. You've got to increase the market cap higher than just a 5x to get to 10 cents. It's why XRP fans think by getting to, whatever price it's going to make the millionaires. It physically can't because the amount of supply that it's printing. It's actually endless supply, some of these tokens.
Exactly. That's the thing you need to look at. So, and market price is just the last price this sold at. So let's say a token is 3 cents and everyone's trading it at 3 cents and I buy one token off Ben, the market for $1, the market price is now $1. And you times that by the market cap, everything's gone up 33x. But that's not reality. Like the next person is going to buy it back at 3 cents. And you need to look at market price times market cap. And what does that look like? Because it could be more than the supply of the entire crypto ecosphere. And people are like, all it has to do is a 20x. But you need to look at the mechanics behind it. And what does a 20x actually mean in the scope of all of crypto?
Yeah, bang on. So then you want to mark out, and what I like to do is a dollar cost averaging out strategy. So many people think they either need to be in an asset or out of an asset. How I made the most of my money back in the metaverse, like pre-metaverse era, was on metaverse tokens where I dollar cost averaged out of altcoins. And then I understood what I wanted to do with those profits. So I said at X market cap, I'm going to sell 20%. At Y market cap, I'm going to sell another 25%. Then at B market cap, I'm going to sell it 35% of my portfolio. And I increased the amount I'm going to sell as the price went up. And then I also understood what I was selling into. Are you selling into USDC? Are you selling into fiat? Are you selling into Bitcoin? What are you trying to do? I sold into half into fiat and half into Bitcoin. So I took some of the profits out in cash because my goal was to put more money into my business. And the other half I kept Bitcoin because my other goal was to increase my Bitcoin stack, right? So then knowing what price you're selling at, what you're selling into, and then how you're storing those profits, if you have all that laid out, it's all about then automating those sells. It doesn't need to be necessarily you need to go in the order book and set your sell targets, because we don't recommend having a lot of your crypto on exchanges. But the automation piece of this, which is the sixth thing, is automating the process. So it is literally writing out exactly what you're going to do at what price, and then you execute on it in a bull market. And if you have that, it's logical, it's not emotional, it's going to make it a lot easier to actually take those profits in a bull.
And it sounds so simple, but Ben and I have been through multiple bull markets, and it's taken us a long time to learn these lessons. And this will be the bull market where we actually enact it to the letter and keep each other accountable. And I like what you said there, where people understand averaging in, like you get an average price into the market. They don't understand averaging out. They want to sell at once at the peak. How do you think that's going to happen? How are you going to know it's the peak? Are you going to be the guy that gets it? Are you going to be the 0.00001%? Or is it going to be everyone else on the other side of that trade? What makes you so special to see that in the market that you can pick it? It's just not going to happen. And as things go up, sell a little bit, sell a little bit more, sell a little bit more. And I love what you said about when you sell, what is your strategy? That's a tax event in general terms when you sell. Are you selling that into a stable coin so you can get into something else, so it's still on chain? Or are you selling it into fiat? You're going to take that out, you're going to put it somewhere else. You might buy a car, a bike, a deposit for a house. You might go on that holiday that you wanted. What is your plan? And enact that plan. If your goal is to get to Japan, it costs you $5,000. And on the way up, you need to sell 20% of your stack to get there. Bloody do it. Get that money into fiat, go to Japan and live your best life.
Yeah, spot on, Bergs. And those prices that you're selecting, the way I look at it is I just look at the product and I compare that product to other comparative market caps, and I start to get a sense of what fair market value I think that product could be at. And whenever you go into the overbought territory, so you can look at some technical analysis stuff, some on-chain stuff, and we share that to our Collective Shift members. We really give people like an insight as when we think the market's overvalued. So if you struggle with knowing what targets to set, we help you on that in our membership. But like if you're looking at it, it's really looking at the product. And I was looking at a lot of these metaverse products at these market caps in the last bull market going, this is way overvalued. Goes to the on-chain metrics, like no one's using it, and this is just valued at extraordinary amounts, like it's time to sell.
And you log into this product and it's a web browser and it's like you're in Roblox or something like that. Like it's not the metaverse at all. You're like, yeah, this is worth how many billion? And we saw it recently with the Arbitrum airdrop. So everyone gets airdropped Arbitrum, and how does it find a price? Well, it looks at a kind of competitor, look at other layer twos, look at things like Optimism. What is that priced at? How many tokens does it have? It's kind of the same. How much on-chain activity does it have? And the market finds a fair value for that. And when you start to see those pump and you look at the products, you're like, this ain't it dirty. You start to get that sense check as well. When you start to look at technical analysis, on-chain analysis, what people are actually saying about it and the product itself, really because when you're in that euphoria and you're talking about how many boats you're going to buy, that's another signal. When you're talking to your wife, your partner, your mates about how much money you've made, that's another signal. You need those sense checks along the way.
And that accountability partner we've been speaking about, having that accountability partner is really important to keep you in line, which leads us into the seventh and final piece of the sell strategy, and that is psychology and managing your psychology, because crypto is hyper emotional, it's hyper euphoric. You need to manage your psychology, and to do that, you need logic and you need unemotional. And that, my friends, is the sell strategy. So writing everything down, writing everything we've just listed out, and having an accountability partner. If you don't have an accountability partner, it's literally what we do at Collective Shift. You have a team of 6 analysts working on your behalf, keeping you in check, helping you create this strategy. If you don't have time to do this, there's too much going on, you don't want to try and sit down and work this out yourself, we can help you create this strategy for you to really manage that risk and maximize your profits in that upcoming bull market. We can help you create that. And because it is difficult if you're on your own, like trying to figure out all this out, knowing who to listen to, what prices and what assets and all this sort of stuff. It is very difficult.
Absolutely. And after this episode, I'm actually going to go and revisit my strategy to see if the goals I want to achieve are still there, if I might have already achieved some of them. So let's say example of $5,000 to go to Japan. I might have already gone to Japan. I want to update that goal because I'm at a different stage in my life. And it's been a year and a half since crypto was at a decent amount. Now, Ben, love it. Run through those 7 again for us. Give us the list one by one of how to create a sell strategy.
Okay, so you've got goals, risk, timeline, assets, sell strategy, automation, psychology. There's your 7.
I love it, mate. It is a great process to go through, and it'll really set you up for success.
100%. Now, if you need help doing this is a great segue, ladies and gentlemen. I wasn't planning on this, but it's a great segue. If you need help doing this, we have been doing this now for a long, long time. We have, I don't know how many calls I've done the last couple of months, over 150 calls. We work with over 1,000 clients. We do this day in, day out. We help busy people like yourself. We know you've got a family. We know you've got a job. You know you've got busy shit going on. We can sit down, help you create this so you walk away with the confidence and the strategy that you can go to this upcoming bull market knowing exactly what you need to do. All you need to do, you can head over to collectiveshift.io. There's a link in the description. collectiveshift.io/strategy. On this call, we're going to talk about some of the membership offerings. It's not for everyone, depending on where you're at in your crypto journey, depending on your portfolio, depending on what you're trying to get out of it. It's not for everyone. If it is for you, we're going to walk you through how we can best help you and help you like actually create this strategy. If it's not for you, we're going to point you in the right direction. But this is all about getting that personalized onboarding, getting that analysis, getting that education, understanding those opportunities in the market, and understanding how to take advantage of the upcoming bull market. On this strategy call, it's a bit like a consultation call. We're going to point you in the right direction, get a better understanding of where you're at. And if we can help you, amazing. If we can't, we'll point you in the right direction. So head over there. It's completely free, 15 minutes. You get that advice to help you meet those goals of yours.
Love it, mate. Getting people into crypto and the ones that are in there, helping them be successful and not make the mistakes that we have so painfully learned.
Right. Thank you, everyone, so much for listening, as always, to the Ben Bergs podcast. We absolutely love having you here. We are a year in, ladies and gentlemen, and a quick shout out to all of our Spotify listeners. We're up to 233 Spotify followers. So thank you so much. We continue to push on. We're nearly up to the 100 episode mark. We've been going at it for about a year now. Yep, we're pushing forward, Bergs. We're enjoying it. As always, if you have any feedback or you have any podcast ideas, please shoot them through. But yeah, if you have any friends or family members or anyone that you think would find this episode valuable too, please, we'd love for you to share it with them. It's how we grow the podcast. We do this for free, organic, giving you as many tips and tricks as we can to help you succeed. So thank you so much for listening.
Thanks so much, champions. Get your strategy on the table, write it down, and be prepared for the upcoming bull market.
See you, folks.
See ya.